What's going on, guys? Fuller here from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube with a little bit more of an informational kind of how-to video for how to use the gallery on a website. So there's a good chance if you're watching this, you're probably on the site just looking for a little more information as far as how to use this thing and what it's all for. So we developed the gallery to kind of solve that problem, to answer the question, what fits my vehicle? So you can actually come out and enter your year, make, model, and then you can see exactly what fits with all the pictures and all the detailed specs and everything like that. So we made some changes recently. There's another version of this video out there online that you might have seen. This is going to be the new updated one. So this is the homepage. This sees updates all the time, so if it doesn't look exactly like this, that's probably why. But in the navigational bar on the top, next to the Add My Truck button, you'll see a button that says Gallery. Go ahead and click that, and that's going to bring you to the gallery landing page. Now, one thing I want to mention before I jump into all these filters here that you see in the center of the screen, they are not required to use the gallery. So if you click View Gallery with nothing in it, you'll still get results of trucks, but the chances are you're probably not looking for results of every truck, just certain ones. So you don't need to fill in absolutely everything, just the minimum. So like what I like to do, say we're looking to figure out how to fit 33s on a 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500. I'm going to go to Make, I'll hit Chevy. I guess we should probably put the year in. We can put 2015. The website will actually search a range then of vehicles. I think we got it set for like plus or minus 2 years so that the body styles should be relatively the same. Just know that like 15 Chevy is going to be the same as 14 to 18. Model, like I said, we're going to go with a Silverado 1500. And all I know is I want to put 33-inch tires on there. I'm not sure what kind of lift I need. I'm not sure what size wheels I want or how wide they need to be, but I know that I want 33-inch tires. So I'm going to select just that option and hit View Gallery. So this will take just a second to load here, and it'll pull up the results. So now you can see there's a ton of results. There's over 3,000 results of people with 33s on their trucks. So now it comes down to personal preference of what you think looks best. So like I see this blue truck, I think that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and click it. You can see some of the details in the little preview, but if you click on them, it'll bring up the full description and all the details that you need to know. So there you go, there's your the photo that you just saw. It's TIS 544 is the particular wheel that it's on, 20 by 12, negative 44s, and he's got 33 by 12 and a halves. And to make that fit, he has a rough country suspension lift. Now we can scroll down a little bit and see there's no rubbing or scrubbing. He had to do minor plastic trimming to make it fit. There's no wheel spacers on the front and 2-inch wheel spacers on the back, which is likely just to flush up the kit since the rough country kit on this truck does push out those front wheels just a smidge. So you can look through and see all the rest of the photos and determine, is this the look that I want? And you might say yes. Now you can pick up the exact same setup by clicking any of the products on the right-hand side. So let me back out of here and find another example for you. Because say you now know, okay, I like the way the 6-inch looks, but I don't want it quite so high. You can come over to the left-hand side, go ahead and go down to suspension, click the drop-down arrow. Then you can select that you just want a 4-inch lift, maybe something that's not quite as high. So you're gonna hit the 4-inch, it'll filter all of the results. Again, showing you those photos. Now these trucks aren't quite as tall. And you can see like this guy ran 22 by 12s just fine. I'm sure he probably did more trimming because he still has 12 wides, but less of a lift. Otherwise, you'll see people like this gentleman running a 20 by 90 offset. So the difference here, this was only 9 inches wide with a less aggressive offset. So you can see he did no trimming and still ended up with no rubbing. Now, if we back it out, hopefully we get the correct information on the other guy, since this is all user submitted data, but it typically is about 99.9% accurate because we verify all this stuff. We're gonna go ahead and click on the other Silverado, and you're gonna see he has slight rub at full turn and also didn't do any trimming. So in the details, it says that hasn't trimmed it yet, but you can do a turn and a half and then it rubs so he can still make a right turn at a stoplight. So he's got all the nice details in there so that you know just what you can do with this exact setup on here with the 4-inch ready lift that he has. So if you go in and do some trimming, you'd probably be able to clear that. You'd need a little bit more aggressive trimming, something like a NorCal. You can check out our videos on how to do a NorCal. It's basically smashing in the back side of your fender to fit those bigger setups. So that's how you use the gallery, that's how you use the filters. I'm gonna start over and show you another one. Say you already own a vehicle, you've got a 2014 Ram. We're gonna punch that in, and it's a 1500. You already have a lift kit, you've got a 6-inch kit, and you just wanna know what's the biggest wheel and tire size I can fit on there. You can go ahead and leave that, all the rest of the stuff, the wheel size, wheel width, and tire size blank. Just hit View Gallery with the suspension. And then once the results pop up, you can kind of scroll through and start to see what people are running. So 325 50s, 35 by 12.5, 35 by 12.5, 35 by 12.5, 35 by 12.5. The list kind of goes on and on with everybody running about a 35 by 12.5, it seems like, on that 6-inch kit. Now, if you want to really push it, what I do is I come over and I'll just select the tire size, and I'll start with the biggest one I can find that I think is reasonable. Let's see if anybody put 40s on. You can see that, yep, somebody did. So we'll click on that, see how he made it happen. So he's got the 6-inch lift plus the 3-inch body lift. So now you know that he's got 9 inches of lift, and that's how he was able to squeeze that in there. So we'll back out of that. So maybe you don't want to run a body lift, so you'll come back and then take down your tire size, make it a little bit smaller. So we'll uncheck the 40. Let's see if anybody was able to put some 37s on their 6-inch. And yep, you can see that there's still basically 150 people this current time that have squeezed 37s on there. And then you can look and see, okay, this guy did 10 wides, this guy did 12 wides, and so on and so forth. Because the wider you go, typically you can't go with as large of a tire. So 10 wide, it's easier to fit, 12 wide a little bit harder, 14 wide a little bit harder yet. And that is how you use the gallery. Those are the common things that people are doing. On the left-hand side, obviously, we have all the drop-downs. If you really, really want to be specific and filter it to exactly what you want, you can narrow it down to the brand, diameter, width, tire size, offset ranges. You can put in there if you want it to have spacers, if you want minor plastic trimming or major metal trimming, slight rub, no rub. You can narrow it right down to the wheel brands, but know that a 20 by 12 Moto Metal will fit the same as a 20 by 12 Vision that has the same diameter, width, and offset. So the trick here with the gallery is not to narrow it too much. Don't use too many filters, because if you're looking for someone with the exact setup that you want, the chances are somebody out there doesn't have the exact same truck with the same wheels, with the same suspension, with the same tires and all that stuff. So use as few filters as possible is actually the biggest helpful hint I have in you there. And then that's the desktop site, obviously. If you're on your phone, we'll also show you how to use the mobile version. Okay, so then on the mobile version, the site essentially functions the same way. We really developed the site so that it works really good on mobile and desktop both, so we didn't need to make a custom app or anything like that. It's all on here. So again, you're gonna see the home page. You can always scroll down, click the big photo for the gallery if you want to view it that way. Otherwise, it's really simple to find from any page. If you click the 3 little lines on the top right, go ahead and click on Gallery, or tap on Gallery, I should say. And again, you're gonna see those same filters that you saw on desktop. Now, like I was saying there too, you don't have to use all the filters. You can use one, none, or all of them. It's really up to how narrow you wanna narrow down your results. So if I know that I have a 2015 Silverado 1500 and I want to fit 12-inch wide wheels on it, I go ahead and enter the year as 2015, hit done, wait for it to load, put in Chevrolet, and then we'll wait for this to load and go ahead and click Silverado. It's all alphabetical, so you can just keep scrolling till you get to the S's. We don't know suspension, we don't know wheel size, all we know is wheel width. We want 12 inches. So one thing to note, it doesn't matter whether it's an 18 by 12, a 20 by 12, or a 22 by 12, as long as they're all the same offset, like -44, it's gonna fit the same on that vehicle. So don't get too hung up on the diameter. If you see something that you really like, but it's an 18 by 12 and you want 20 by 12, you can always still buy the 20 by 12s and expect it to fit the same way. You'll just need to change your tire size to make sure that you're getting the right size tire for that size wheel. So go ahead and click View Gallery. We're gonna get the results loaded up here. And then you can start scrolling through and just kind of waiting to see which one you like. If you want to filter it more from here, you'll see that there's filters. You can click on the filter button and you can add in additional filters. So we're not going to change anything, we're just going to hit View Results, it'll bring us back. If you want to sort this, you can click on the left hand side and hit Sort. So recently added year new to old, year old to new, and sort by popular. I'm going to do sort by popular so we can see the most popular setups on these trucks. So just scrolling through, waiting to see something that I like. Here's a good one. This is actually an employee vehicle. I know it's got good photos, so I'm gonna click on that. And I can see that this guy is running 12 wides and 35 by 12 and a halves. So you can see all of that. It's on a Rough Country 7-inch Vertex coilover lift. I'll scroll down a little bit. You can see the wheels, the tires, the suspension, everything's all listed out so you can see exactly what's used in the build. And then the details, 7-inch Rough Country Vertex, slight rub at full turn. It's got major plastic trimming. The front bumper's been trimmed and the lower valence was removed. So you know that if you probably did more trimming, like major metal trimming, you might be able to get this to fit a little bit better with those 12 wides. So let's back out of there. We'll kind of look for a different option because I know I want 12 wides, but I don't know what size tires I want. I saw that guy had 35s. I see this truck is lowered, it looks like. So I'm gonna click on this because this is interesting too, and he's still running 12 wides. It's got 305 40s, and it actually is on a lowering kit. So you can see then how those wheels and tires fit into this particular truck as it's lowered. Again, lists out the wheels, the tires, and the McGaughy's kit there. Scroll down, minor metal trimming, no rubbing or scrubbing. So that's what the gallery is for. That's how you use the gallery. You can see exactly what fits your truck. If you already have a vehicle that has aftermarket wheels on it or suspension, anything like that you want to add, it's at customoffsets.com/add. That's how you get it put in here to help other people figure out what fits. So if you're looking to figure out what fits your vehicle, that's what the gallery is for. If you're already on the gallery, hopefully this helped you answer your questions, so you're able to use those filters to narrow it down. Otherwise, I think that's all I have. If you guys have any further questions or want to check out the videos of like what is offset or what to know before buying wheels and tires, we've got all those videos up on our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/customoffsetstv. I think that's probably enough links for you and you get the idea. So like I said, any questions, just drop them in the comments below. Peace.